Ah, where's my camera? That means I might have left it on all night. Hold on. Where's my camera? Camera, what the fuck? All right, there we go. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. All right, there we go. Jesus. Jesus. I was like, I can't even see my face. What up, chat? You left it on all night and we saw what you did. Uh-oh. 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 Oh my God, you guys, I hope that wasn't embarrassing. You saw me play Cyberpunk for 3 hours straight and smoke 18 joints. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Good morning, my friends. Good morning. John Mario SC. Yes, I am. I'm home. Jose, what is up, my brother? Oh shit. Zay, congrats, bro. Hey, deep breaths. You know it's gonna be all good. That's amazing, bro. That's amazing. Oh, I'm so happy for you, man. Got to be a little bit, probably got to be a little bit shocking at first, you know? Got to be just got to be a shock at the beginning. Man, congrats, though. That's amazing. Good morning, Furious, Tati, Voltrendolo, Finchmaster, Kevin, what's good, brother? Alex, my brother, what's good? My dog, Minster, SC, what's good? I'm amazing. Get Rich or Die trying. Mudbutt, what's good? Brandon, what's good? Trader 007, what's good? Furious, what's good? Alex, what's good? Pasha, what's good? What's good, everybody? Oh, I hope you all are having a fantastic day. First Monday back. Sitting on a flight in Madrid right now. God damn, well, I appreciate you tuning in. Hello, Anthony. Good afternoon. Good friends, my guys. Mullet is looking flowy. Don't call it a mullet. Oh, my gosh. Kabamba, Pasha, Burry. Waleed was good. Grindality, Top and Dis, Victoria, Furious, Aloha, Cloud Kickin', Cole, Trade Wop, Anthony Devanage, Jason, what's good, baby? What's good? What's good? Nico Ray, Cigar, what's good, my friends? Deeds Trades, trying to trade. Marco, yes. At home in Puerto Rico. Guys, I know it doesn't look like it because I don't look tan right now. Here's the thing. You guys have come to expect, you know, a really tan Jake, quite frankly. You've come to expect a really tan Jake. And right now, I'm just not that tan. You know, we've got a lot of work to do, guys. We've got a lot of work to do. So good morning, everybody. Why is the stream always lagging lately? Guys, I am not seeing that on my end. Could one of you guys let me know? Are you guys seeing it on your end? Is it laggy? I'm seeing... We will all... At 9:07 a.m., for whatever reason, we'll get a fucking quick outage. But the stream seems to be okay for me right now. I'm seeing about 7,000 kbps or whatever that is. So there's no dropped frames. I saw you say that yesterday, Alex, but you were the only one who mentioned it. When their stream is having issues for just one of hundreds or thousands, usually that leads me to believe it's something more up with your Wi-Fi or your, like, where you're watching it or the settings you're set to it. Just because there was no stream, there was no issues basically at all, guys. Yeah, I'm seeing pretty much. That's what I mean. I'm not trying to say, oh, it's your fault. But if no one else is having issues besides one or two people, usually it's those people's fault. It's not the stream's fault. Especially on my end, I'm literally staring at it and it says 7,000 kbps. So I have a feeling, guys, it's on individual users' ends, not the stream's end. Not the stream's end. The stream end seems to be working perfectly fine. Yeah. So good morning, everybody. I hope everyone's having a good day. Oh, my friends, welcome to the day. Single stonk futures are here, bros. I am super excited. Let me take this banner off. The chat's not choosing to trade at the beginning of the day. Let me make a new banner. I gotta make one. Single stock futures are here. Make me a banner for it. Oh, guys, I'm excited, man. I don't really know how it's gonna work yet. I think day one is probably going to be a very low-key, slow day with these single stock futures, but they are officially out. They're officially out in here. I'm looking at them on Tradeovate right now. I don't think we're going to be able to trade them on prop firms yet. None of the prop firms that I'm logged into have them set up as a plan yet, but I do think that's coming in just merely a day or two right now, right? So we have to be patient. I think it's going to come very, very soon in the prop firm world. I'm still trying to figure out exactly how it's going to look in even the personal account world. So we're going to figure this out together, my friends. We're going to go through it. It's going to be a fun time. But I'm also trying to figure out, like, what do I put in trading view in order for it to come up, you know? Like, this is just meta the stock. Do I have to put something special in, like meta? Hey, whoa! All right, it's not here yet. There's no data. S meta. That looks like what we'll type in. It's not live yet. What about S Tesla? Okay, here we go, guys. I'm seeing Tesla futures on TradingView. CME provided data. All right, so it's not here yet. I would guess around 9:30 a.m. Eastern today is when we'll start to see it. Or maybe not. But we'll find out, man. So I'm excited, guys. I'm excited. I'm ready to trade. I'm back home in Puerto Rico. I mean, the timing is nice. Let's get cooking with Jake's initial thoughts here, and we'll just get started on what the indices are currently presenting to us. Jake's initial thoughts, my friends. Good morning and welcome back to the stream. Gang, 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 gang. Let's see what Jake's initial thoughts are. Hey, I'm not going to lie, guys. I sat down and I started to look at this NQ chart. I'm pretty bullish. I'm pretty bullish on the shorter term action, at least. Here's all I'll say. So we do have this opening week gap, however you want to call it. I know some traders use really specific terms for it. I don't really care to call it much other than we gapped up. So we gapped up here. Whenever that happens, there is the potential that we could come back and fill this gap, right? Now, I'll start by saying that does not look likely with our current action at all. This is a bunch of very bullish consolidation where the market has moved up overnight and merely tried to go sideways before continuing to move up, right? So the action presents itself as bullish. The thing is, if we have weakness that's really present, meaning if we open the day with a downside bearish candle like that, then no, I'm not going to be trying to buy the dip, and my bullishness will be gone. Right? Especially pretty much anything underneath this 565 level, I'm going to be bearish. However, right? However, that's not my expectation right now. My expectation, truthfully, based on the initial action we have, which is that the overnight session came and tested this level and then rallied into these levels. We've now tested this 28.70.32 so many times that if we get back up there, I would suspect we try to break out and go higher. Right? So I don't know. I in my eyes, this consolidation overnight is kind of just like an extended bull flag and an extended attempt to retest and break that level. Will that happen? I don't really know. We are fighting a bearish QQQ chart. Like, this is not something that I'm just like giga bullish on. And I think one of the simpler ways to keep an eye on this is just the previous day's high. How do we react to that previous day's high? Which just so happens to be basically our level, right? So, first thing I'll say on Jake's initial thoughts for the day, my friends, is that this level is hands down the most important factor of the day. That's what I will start off by saying. Where are my notes? Where'd you go? What the hell? All right, here we are, my friends. So that's just my first initial thought. Obviously, we've got a long way to go here in our analysis, but I will start with that. Guys, one note that I will say is that for whatever reason, when we have these new weekly gaps that come up, they fill a decent amount of the time, guys. I'm not trying to say that they never fill. They also don't fill about half the time. There is a gap on the ES futures from like 2014 that is still not filled. So if your trade thesis is the gaps always fill, that's free money, I would urge you to step the fuck back and reevaluate that thought process. They definitely do not always fill. There is literally a gap that is like we're 10,000 points above right now. So they don't always fill. Do I expect this one to fill? Probably. I mean, this isn't a life-changing gap that stays untouched forever. I think there is the possibility and the good possibility that we come and fill that one soon. But yeah, I'd be if the thought process is gaps always filled no matter what, I would just urge some rethinking there. All right. So good morning, my friends. This is my initial thoughts to start the day. We do have an opening week gap, so if there's weakness present, we're not going to ignore it. But my expectation is a retest of these upper levels, at least to start. I don't know where we go from there, but I do suspect the market will want to retest those levels, and we'll kind of see how that one shakes itself out. Yeah, ES, looking at this, this is bullish consolidation in my eyes. We've retested the previous day's high. We've had plenty of chances to go lower, and yet instead, we have continued to hold. So ES off this 74.91 kind of holds true to what we were talking about yesterday, how it's just been the stronger one than the NQ. So I will be keeping an eye out for longs in the ES. I like this. My bias is to the upside as of now. I think we're just in a range, yeah, above the I would love even a retest of previous day's high here. I mean, that would probably be too much to ask for. But yeah, I mean, I'm bullish on the ES as of now. Again, extended price action underneath this level, and I'll change my mind if we get an opening 15-minute candle. that shoves underneath this area, I'll start to change my perspective a bit. But as of now, I lean to the upside. More so on ES than NQ. Good morning, my friends. I hope everybody is doing great. Hope everyone's having a great day. Of all of the indices that I think are most likely, all of the futures, that are most likely to go fill this gap, based on this pre-market action, I would say gold is probably the one that I'm leaning towards. I like the weakness in GC. Then let's see, guys. Is there any individual names that are appealing? Let's find out. Let's find out. So the first thing I'm going to check is Tesla. I know they just had earnings recently. I have no interest in this. It's a big gap down and follow through to the downside, and then a gap into yesterday's range. I have literally zero interest. I actually think I have negative interest in Tesla. We gapped down to a big old range. Now we're gapping up into 2 previous days range. So I have no interest in Tesla, and that I don't think we need to spend more time on it. The single stock future ticker for Tesla will be S Tesla. You can see on the screen right now, it says Tesla futures. However, when we click that, there's no data on the chart yet. So I don't know what time this data will become available, but we shall see it hopefully around 9:30 a.m. Eastern. Once the New York stock market opens, hopefully we will see that data and start to see what it looks like. But I do know that it will exactly mirror whatever the individual stock looks like, right? So, good morning, my friends. Single stock futures are here today. It's a limited capacity. I have no idea how they're going to work. We're literally experiencing this together. Unfortunately, I'm not really interested in any of the single stock names that I'm seeing. Meta is a gap over red technically, but it's a gap over red in the middle of nowhere, right? This is not a candle that I have an expectation for. This is still a very strong downtrend. Us gapping up over this previous days doesn't change the daily downtrend. So I'm going to be honest. I really don't have an interest in Meta either. So far, all of the single stocks that I'm scanning through, I don't really care. So we're here, but that does not mean that my process changes. If I don't like the stock, I don't like the stock, and I'm not going to just do anything just for shits and gigs. I checked NVIDIA earlier, also no interest, but for purposes of explanation. Yeah. Look at where NVIDIA is, guys. This is dead center of 2 levels, where we call that here at the RAKETRADES network, guys. This is in the middle of what we call bumfuck nowhere. Okay? I'm allowed to say that. I know what it's like living in bumfuck nowhere because I spent a year in Fresno, California. Don't come for me, Fresno people. Don't come for me. If you've spent time in Fresno, California, you know it is also the middle of bumfuck nowhere. All right? All right, it's not, dude. It's not a negative thing. It's just a statement of fact. All right, and this is, dude. This is the. We can't touch this, guys. We can't touch this. I have no interest. So NVIDIA, I mean, I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer, but all these individual stock charts look terrible. They look god awful. Hey, yo, okay. Whoa. Hey, yo. Hold the phone. So, guys, I hope that we all, again, my friends, there is so much valuable information to take away from these streams. I really promise you. And a lot of the information comes from I don't know the word that I'm trying to say. It comes from stuff that you can infer, right? Like, guys, we just looked at Tesla, right? And Tesla is in a cruel spot in hell known as the middle of bum-fag nowhere. Okay, it's in the middle of two levels that makes it just super unappealing. I don't know. This flip a coin. Maybe we go to the upper level first. Maybe we go to the lower level first. Maybe we just go sideways. That it looks like hell. It looks like absolute hell, right? But you take that piece of information and you can infer from it. Okay, well, if a chart is the way Jake is reacting. If a chart is opening up in the middle of a range or a previous day's range, Jake seems to be very unenthused. And then out of nowhere, when Jake flipped to Apple, it's almost as if he was a kid at a candy store. You know, he'd just gotten his first kiss as a middle schooler. He was jacked up. Why? Because it's a dramatically different chart. Look at this. We're at the upper end of a bull flag, and we're testing yesterday's high. I'm very interested in Apple. Apple is very strong. The question that I begin to ask myself, and again, people ask about strategy and everything. Guys, at its most basic level, I want you to understand the fundamentals of relative strength and relative weakness, right? This is the middle of bumfuck nowhere. I deeply apologize to any Sacramento Kings fans. However, this chart is like the Sacramento Kings of charts. All right? It's stuck in purgatory hell. Constant bad decisions around this chart, right? Meanwhile, we could be looking at hanging out with Victor goddamn Wembanyama, all right? Spurs, constant great decisions, very straightforward thought processes. If we're looking at an individual name today for a trade, pre-market, that name that's standing out to me is Apple. So we're going to be keeping our eye on Apple today for our Jake's initial thoughts, guys. If we are going to trade a single stock futures name, and this is why, guys, I'm so excited for single stock futures to be here. And again, I don't expect it to be perfect today, okay? I actually expect it to be quite flawed today. Today is the very first day that the CME is releasing a brand new asset. Look, no one should have perfect expectations. It's not going to be available on prop firms yet. It's a learning experiment, all right? It's a learning experiment, okay? But this is why I'm so excited. At the bottom of my heart, I am so excited because previously, every day, we were waking up and we were checking NQ, ES, RTY, YM, gold. And if you can't find a good-looking chart in those 5 charts, you're fucked. Or maybe you can include oil, silver, whatever. I don't care. All of the sudden, the pool of names that we are allowed to find the best looking chart from just became larger. And in my opinion, the best looking chart today is, what the fuck else do you want, guys? What else do you want in a chart? Maybe one more day of consolidation? Sure, but this is pretty fucking bullish, man. I mean, I don't know how any of us could look at each other and say that this is not very bullish. Or we got to look at each other and say, hey, what looks like the more obvious trade here? I do like this gap over red, and we're prepared to trade it in the NQ today. But even then, I look at this Apple chart and I'm like, well, that looks a bit fucking easier. That looks a bit more straightforward. And now I don't have to worry about theta. I don't have to worry about picking a contract. I just get to trade this one. So I'm super hyped, guys. I think it is going to be, I just think this is awesome, man. I really think this is awesome. So I'm excited. My friends, we are at 9:15 a.m. Eastern. You guys know what we do every single day at 9:15 a.m. Eastern. We begin our morning routine. So let me post these thoughts up in the Disco with it really quickly. I'm going to post these thoughts. And then we got to get started with our morning routine, baby. We got to get started with our morning routine for greatness. Good morning, guys. So for those of you who are new here, the first thing that we do on our morning routine every single day, we listen to one song and one song only, Best Day Ever by Mac Miller. Now, we listen to this song for a few different reasons, guys. One, the name of the song, Best Day Ever. We want to have the best day ever. That's what we want, right? But the other reason we listen to this song pre-market is to see this little kid dancing and just let it serve as a mental reminder for us that trading is not the end of the world, okay? We do not want to feel like every trading day is life or death. I know how meaningful it is to you. I know how badly each one of you needs to succeed here. I know how real the money you win or lose every day feels and how impactful it feels. But I promise you, if each day feels like life or death, you're not going to trade well. So it's important to see a visual reminder of something like a little kid who's happy and dancing around and has nothing to do with his day, right? By how a trading day goes. So sit back, relax. Let me turn the volume up and let's enjoy our best day ever. All right, my friends. Then we're going to get on to our quote of the day. Oh, good morning, my friends. Happy Monday. Guys, take a deep breath. Take a deep breath, my friends.
Imagination, making musical creation, a journey that I'm facing, plus the paper that I'm chasing, got me crazy after saying with the lames I see you hating, but there's nothing that you're changing. Thumbs up, I'm maintaining, no complaining when it's raining. I'll be in another zone, move out my mother's home to a world to call my own. I ain't gonna play around no more. Find a difference from the ground and the floor. If we gotta fight, I'll be down for the war. Thumbs up, homie, I'll be
Good morning, everybody. All right, guys, I see a ton of questions popping up, even though one, I have covered basically all of them already. So let me just go ahead and readdress a bunch of these questions. Guys, single stock futures are not coming to prop firms yet. I've clarified that about 80 to 100 times. They're not going to be there today. Today is a learning day, not just for prop firms, but for everybody. Tradeovate, Ninja Trader, Interactive Brokers, all of the brokerages. This is brand new. It's starting today. So no, it's not going to be available on prop firms yet. It will be available. I'm looking you at the eye, in the eye. You can believe anybody else if you want, but I am literally sitting here telling you it's coming this week. As I mentioned yesterday, and as we already clarified, single stock futures are coming to prop firms this week. I've already talked to a prop firm. I know exactly what they're going to do. So they're coming, but they're not going to be available on day one because that wouldn't make sense, right? Like, we don't even know what the asset is going to trade like. That being said, they are available in personal accounts, and that is where we'll be looking into them today, right? So if you don't see them yet on your prop firm, you shouldn't. That wouldn't make sense. It's a brand new asset class. They need a second. So everybody just take a deep breath. All right. Good morning, my friends. Good morning. I love you. I am very excited for the day. Not only do we have to listen to our song of the day to get started, but we need to go through our quote of the day, my friends. Our quote of the day. So last Friday, we had a quote from Nelson Mandela. I loved this one. It always seems impossible until it is done. My friends, your goals aren't meant to be rational or possible. All right? Your goals are meant to be absolutely insane. All right? And that leads me directly into today's quote of the day. I wanted to go for something similar, but truthfully, guys, I wanted to shout out a woman. I don't know how many quotes we've had that have come from women yet. And this quote is from Mrs. the Queen, Audrey Hepburn. And it literally reminds you guys, nothing is impossible. The word itself says, I am possible. I'm possible. So I urge you all to believe in yourselves. I urge you all to trust the process, trust who you are, and trust the commitment that you have to showing up every single day. All right? Over time, I promise you will reach the goals that you want. But the first step in order to getting there is showing up every single day. So thank you for being here. I'm excited. And let's get ready to absolutely crush it, my friends. We got 10 minutes before market open. 10 minutes. My friends, so let's recap really quickly what we're kind of looking at here in the markets, what we're keeping an eye on, and let's get ready to absolutely crush it today. So, guys, we are going to be open. I am open to trading single stock futures. I love you guys. I'm not doing it on a prop firm. It's not available on a prop firm yet, but I do have a personal account. Legally speaking, I am allowed to trade my personal account. There's nothing against that, but I'm going to be very slow and cautious about it today because this is day one of single stock futures. They don't even have data yet on some of these charts, right? So for example, if I want to look at the single stock futures of Apple, I'm going to type in S Apple, and we have no data yet. So while I'm open to trading single stock futures today, we have no data yet. All right. So we're going to wait to see kind of what it looks like, how they work. We're going to try this all together. It's going to be fun, guys. It's going to be exciting. I use NinjaTrader or Tradeovate as my personal trading account for futures. I am not seeing them as available to buy and sell yet. I see the chart, but we'll see. I tried logging in through TradingView earlier. It didn't let me. So we are going to see. Guys, it is not available on Lucid. It's not available on any prop firm yet. I need to make a banner that just says this. Oh, good morning, good morning, good morning, my friends. Hope everybody is having a great day. Chat. I'm so excited. Disco, scroll back 1 minute, my friends. Scroll back just 1 minute and we got you. Good morning, everybody. Disco, good morning. Joyce, good morning. Steve, ow, good morning. Look at this. Oh, it makes me so happy, man. Thank you so much for checking it out. I also believe that the material is very underrated. Good morning, my friends. Boone Slinger, J. Dot, Trujillo. What is good, my friends? I hope everybody is having a great day. Good morning. Let's crush it, man. Let's crush it. I'm ready for a good day, baby. I saw that Lucid is coming out with a daily payout accounts, guys. They are not out yet, from my understanding, or are they? They're like on the website, but they weren't available to buy. Let me see. Yeah, it's still not available to buy yet for me, guys, but Lucid is coming out with a daily payout plan. Oh. I'm curious, man. Lucid says here, guys, they have a Lucid daily plan coming out. Customize your plan. So that leads me to believe this is going to be one of those account styles where you get to kind of customize it a little bit. I don't think it's out yet, but hopefully it's out at some point. Oh, it is out. You just have to click on options. All right, my friends, we've got 2 minutes before our market open here. 2 minutes. No, guys, I'm not seeing it available yet on the daily payouts one for Lucid. It won't let me click on the options. Oh, never mind. Okay, here we go. I see what you're saying. So, guys, Lucid has come out with a plan where you customize it. So you can put drawdown and eval, intraday or end of day, and daily loss limit on or off. That's pretty cool. So let's say I wanted to do 150K with end of day drawdown and no daily loss limit. It'd be 320. Okay, so it's quite expensive. Wow. Fascinating, guys. The prop firm space continues to get cooler and cooler. You can now select what you like in Lucid, and then it will give you a price based on that. So that's pretty cool, guys. I'm excited We'll try one of these out, hopefully to break the Lucid curse at some point. Wow, pretty cool. Code RT will get you that discount at Lucid, guys. So pretty cool. I'm fascinated, man. Fascinated. All right, we got some NQ weakness out of the gates. ES is barely flinching. ES is very strong, which confirms my theory that if I'm going to be looking for longs, I like the ES idea a bit more than the NQ right now. Let's keep an eye on Apple. All right, my friends. Good morning, chat. Here's Apple breaking out a bit pre-market. Unfortunately, I don't think we'll be able to trade Apple early in the morning just because I have to wait and see what the single stock futures are like. Guys, be patient. I'm very excited for single stock futures. Today is literally the first day of them. I don't expect it to be perfect. I expect there to be lots of hiccups. All right, we have no data yet for the Apple futures, so I don't believe they are live yet. I don't believe they are live yet. You know, guys, Apple having earnings this week in the past, I see someone, I see Moki saying, earnings this week, Apple. In the past, guys, that would have led me to not trade it because the contracts are expensive. Doesn't matter with single stock futures. Doesn't matter. The options contracts aren't going to be expensive. That's what's so cool about single stock futures, guys. I love options, but I don't want to fucking trade them now. Only Fridays, only on big days. All right, we have NQ pulling back into a level here. Let's see how this reacts. Good morning, my friends. Thank you so much for being here today. Let's see what we can get. Sorry, the music got dragged up. It didn't mean to be that loud. All right, my friends. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's see what is on the agenda today. We got weakness out of the NQ right out of the gate here. Apple showing some strength. I'm still not seeing the Apple futures. Still not seeing the Apple futures have the data yet, so they must not be live yet. We'll say, guys, it's fascinating. The ES is not selling off nearly like the NQ. Apple is very strong. Oh, good morning, my friends. Some weakness. This is the weakness we talked about in the NQ, right? If we see this start to really hold there, then that new week gap is one thing we'll be keeping an eye out for. I am kind of intrigued by, again, it's just fascinating to me, guys, that it's fascinating to me that the NQ has gone this much. The ES is strong right now. I think we should be starting to lock in a little bit on the ES for a potential long, guys. I wish we would have slammed and tested yesterday's high, but if we can get back above the opening print, I mean, the only thing I wish is that it wasn't 5 minutes into Monday morning. Wish we had a little bit more data. But this looks pretty damn good, I'm not going to lie. I'll just be patient, wait a little bit so that I'm not entering right out of the gate, but certainly looks like a long. Good morning, my friends. I hope everyone's doing great today. Bump, 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 I'm fascinated the NQ just swept that open basically and held. I'd be curious if it's able to hold its own opening print on the day. That will be our next piece of information. I skipped this first little stab on the ES just because it was a little early in the day for me. But this is still roughly the action that I'm looking to play out. So we'll see if we get a new entry on it. Give me 1 sec, guys. Oh, brillante. Alrighty, good morning, my friends. So far, slow start to the day. NQ, nice little shove down and rally back. We'll see if it's able to hold over this opening print. Hope everyone is doing good. I'm still waiting on single stock. I don't think that it has opened yet. At least not that I can see. I'm being patient. Yes, do be looking good. Patience, patience, patience. It looks like NQ is struggling to hold its opening print here, guys. Yeah, that's a weak start to the day. That's a 2-minute sell, and this is a continued downtrend, failing a level for now. So let's see if we're able to get back above the level, back above the opening print. But for now, my inclination is a little bit downside. Good morning, my friends. Remember, we are 9 minutes into a Monday. 9 minutes into a Monday. The last thing you want to do is be freaking out, slamming, taking a million trades. Take a deep breath, guys, all right? We're early. We're very early. All right, we got ES cooking under the opening print here. I'm glad I never took anything. We got ES starting to cook under the opening print. NQ with the weakness. I don't mind YM from here. So far, it's been pretty stuck, but I do think that this looks like it wants to hold at least. RTY, nice move up. Nice work for any of you out there who caught RTY on that little spike. Nice move. Nice work, gang. Being patient here, guys. Being patient, being patient, being patient. Pretty boring start to the day so far, guys. I'm not seeing single stock as available to trade on my account yet either. Nothing yet. Let me see. Yeah, guys, no single stock has been allowed for me yet, so I can, looks like I can see the movement a little bit. These prices are, no. Nothing yet, guys. Waiting patiently for single stock. I'm so excited, but I'm waiting patiently here. All right, we got ES coming down into yesterday's highs, coming down into the level. Really, I think, guys, there was two good trades that presented themselves ATO today. ATO meaning at the open, right? At the open. One of them was some sort of long in the RTY off this 2 minute right here. 2-minute off the level. The other one would have been this NQ short off the opening print right here. A sell setup down through those lows. I love small candles at the opening prints. They are often such great signal bars. I love them. I love them. I love them. So fascinating. Nice entry there from the NQ, and the RTY also had something nice. No trades for me so far, just sitting patiently. Sometimes it's easy to forget we're merely 15 minutes into the day, you know? We're very early, my friends, very early. Right now, I would say that I lean towards the downside on the Nasdaq and the RTY as potentially a holding or upside. This one just looks strong. When is the mastermind class open? It's open. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to miss your question. It's open. It's open. If you're interested in joining, I'll send the link and the discount code. It's open, dog. It's open. All right, my friends. I'm interested. This NQ pivot feels like just rest before going lower, but we'll see. NQ 15-minute chart with a pretty weak close underneath that overnight open. How's the ES looking? Has anyone been able to see? Been able to see single stock futures on any of their accounts? Obviously not prop firm trading yet, but any personal account traders out there that are seeing them available? I'm not seeing them yet on Tradeovate. Not yet. All right, not yet. Not yet. It seems like, man, they got me antsy. I'm like a kid on Christmas. I'm like, give me my fucking single stock futures, guys. I'm trying to gig along Apple. Trying to put my net worth into Apple. Okay, not really, but no data yet, man. Sad face, guys. Sad face. All right, ES is pulling back into its level here. Again, we could look for a hold, but I'll tell you what, this is a pretty bearish open from the Nasdaq and the ES. I'm not so inclined to be looking for a bounce. So again, a great learning example here, guys. Let's say for whatever reason, I'm not saying I feel this way, but I'm just using this as an example. Let's say you see the ES chart right now and you're like, all right, I'm bullish. I'm bullish. I think it's going to hold the lower level. I think it's going to turn around. I think it's going to go up, blah, blah, blah. I would actually look to play that long out with the strongest name on the board, which right now is by far Apple. So I wish I had entered, on the 2-minute buy 2 minutes ago, but that's going to be where I'm personally keeping my eye out to play this this hold, if we want to play the hold. I'm not saying that I am yet, but just the example there of see example there. I keep logging out and logging back in on my personal account. I'm like, guys, where the fuck is single stock? I am keeping an eye for an ES, some action off this level. Only 6 points down into the lows. If you're a believer that that level is going to hold, this is a good entry. I'm not convinced yet that that level is going to hold. So again, guys, throughout the course of the day, I am going to throw on a variety of risk reward tool. I have to come to the conclusion of how I want my trade to be set up. So I'm going to draw a variety of things, say a variety of things. Opinions are like assholes. Everyone's got one until their money's on the line. Don't listen. Oh, man. Yeah, guys. NVIDIA. Nice move down today. I'll be honest with you. This daily chart made it a bit hard for me to trade. It's just so range bound. You know what I mean? But maybe that's something that I also need to reconsider, guys. I'll be honest and tell you this. When I look at the NVIDIAs or Apples or Teslas, my thought process has always been I need a big move, right? Like, I wouldn't think that this move would be really profitable on options because it's on Monday. It's just not a big enough move. Even though I know you have 0 TTEs on Monday now, it's just, then you'd have to go 0 DTE on, like, it just, I'm very excited because now all of a sudden I think that you can play these a bit smaller moves with more velocity. Again, I don't know how profitable this move would have been on options. It looks like a big ass red candle. This might have been 20, 25% on any options that weren't same day. Same day, I'm sure they did a little bit more, but then your risk was a lot more. I'm very excited. I know I keep hyping it up, but you got to imagine, dude, like this is basically like my life's work is coming together. Futures are hands down my favorite asset to trade. But my favorite thing about trading is picking relative strength names. It's literally, my worlds are colliding right now for the most excited I've ever been. Most excited I've ever been, my friends. ES taking 18 years off of yesterday's highs. I do think we have a good chance to hold here, but again, if I felt that strongly about it, you'd see me putting my money where my mouth is. Yeah, see, this is deceptive though, Zay, just because there's no way you're getting a 0.32 fill. You're probably getting a fill around 0.7 with a stop around 0.32. Ain't no way you're getting that 0.32 fill though. You got a 0.36 fill? Did you go short immediately at the open? I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying it's like the same thing as going long on a future, long or short on a futures before the open. It's basically a gamble at that point. You're risking the full position and hoping to get more than 100% return. That's it. You have to risk the full position though. You're not getting around that. Yeah, so that's one of the points I mean is that I have nothing. Obviously, I'm an advocate for sizing positions for zero when you're trading zero TTE. I just know a lot of people don't want to do that. If you wanted to catch NVIDIA with an options today, you basically had to do what you were mentioning. You had to size for zero and buy at the open, right? Because this happened, all this move happened in the first minute of the day, not 2 minutes, 1 minute, right? So you would have had to go short and risk the full position, and just some people just don't love to do that. I have no thoughts on the NQ. It looks like it's drifting lower right now, but it's pretty ugly. If you put a gun to my head, I would probably say lower towards the filling of that gap, but that's if you put a gun to my head, not if you want me to make a trade on it to make money, you know? You don't gotta tag me, bro. I see it. I see it. You're good, Alex. You don't need to tag me, bro. I've just seen you do that a few times today. No need to do that. Good morning, my friends. Just sitting patiently. Still nothing. I'm waiting patiently for Tradeovate to load these names, but still nothing. Still nothing. Guys, I would urge, George, I know that feeling, bro. But try not to let that be like an emotional swing, just because a lot of times analysis is going to be different. It's less about the strategy. It's more just about like I mean this at the bottom of my heart. There's two sides to every coin, right? For every person that's bullish out there, there's going to be someone that's bearish. All that matters is, did you execute well? I'm not going to be right all the time either. So Like you said, I think it's the discipline, the execution that matters. But don't. Yeah, I also haven't taken a trade yet, right? So it's hard. I might have thought something might go some, but like again, if I don't put money on it, I don't feel strongly enough to do it. All you got, if you can manage your risk, don't worry about having a different opinion than me. You know, one trade or one now. The other thing is I just put a little. Trading is so fascinating, guys, because the higher time frames will be the ones that are really telling you where the market is going and what it is, but also there's a coin flip element to this that cannot be understated, guys. I'm just trying, my point is of trying to emphasize this here. At this point in time, nobody's crazy, right? Like, there is the chance that could have held this level, yesterday's high, and then reversed up to the opening print. Like, it could have done that. Now, what were the odds? Maybe 40%, 30%? Just the weakness of it. Maybe the odds were a bit lower, excuse me, a bit higher to carry it lower. But, like, no one in the world knows which of these two is going to happen. We can use our higher time frame analysis. We can use all the information that we have presented to us, right? The gap, the higher time frame stuff. Like, you can use all the info you have at hand. At the end of the day, it was going to do one of these two things, right? So don't beat yourself up if it went the other way than you thought. As long as you had reason, had rationale. The big thing, too, that I'll add is whatever way you go, you just want to make sure that you follow your process. So let's say you were looking at a short off the rejection of yesterday's high, very valid, right? In my opinion, just because we're at a level, right, and you'd be taking that short at the level, which is fine, you just want to make sure that you actually hold it for the R to R that makes sense to you, right? That's my only thought. But I do think this was, I see the vision on anyone who took a short. Again, I hands up. I didn't have enough conviction to put a trade on in either direction. And so far, yeah, guys, I'm just patiently waiting for single stock futures to open up. It might not be right away today, so we'll see. No. I know you weren't putting anything on me. I love you, brother. I just meant, like, sorry, I was just trying to make a larger point, which was just for, yeah. But I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make it sound like I was picking on you. I more just wanted to make the point that it really is any given time, guys, any given day. A chart, it's like a sport, truly. On any given game, any given team can beat any other given team, right? That's why there's no locks. Apple with some nice holds here, guys. Sadly, single stock has not been open yet, so I haven't been able to trade it, but she looks good. Woo, skibbity dude. I'd like to give a shout out to anyone who was looking for the gap fill right out of the gate today. Good work, guys. I was not able to find my way into a short. which is sad because there was probably 2 entries that I think were fairs. I think this one was very fairs. And I think that this overnight open rejection as well was fairs. So great work, man. Anyone who took that short, guys, nice stuff, man. Good work, good work, good work. Is the RTY still strong? Nah, not really. What is good, my friends? What is good? What is good? Nah, I know, Samir. It pissed me off, bro. He didn't pay for my house. Oh, we got to get to 300. Guys, we got to get to like 500 likes now. Come on. I know we want to do what we want to give away, but we got to hit the likes, baby. We got to hit the likes. I'm watching for Apple right now, but it's moving very slowly. Meaning it's like not... It's not even open yet, I don't think. Good morning, my friends. NQ just ugly week, man. Ugly week. Yeah, we don't normally see the gap fills on day 1 of after they happen. This is a nice trade, guys. Again, shout out seriously to any single one of you out there for who caught this short, man. Great work. Seriously, great work, great work. Yeah, guys. Well, it's not wrecked. It's still got a little bit of drawdown. We're going to trade it either at the end of today or later today. My priority is single stock right now rather than the group count. You guys have got a little bit of drawdown, but we might have to try again with a new account. Dude, I agree. I think Philly with Embiid's knees is so stupid. I'm expecting to trade it out on Tradeovate, Ninja Traders, just the personal brokerage, though. Wow, reset. Nice work, man. Nice work. Mr. Papagorgio, nice work, guys. Nice work. Absolute death in here today. I might have gotten myself super excited for single stock futures, and then they just might not be coming today. Single stock is not available on prop firms yet, guys. It's not available on prop firms yet. Expect that in the next few days, though, I believe. I do have a little bit of FOMO on missing the short, but I'm just happy that I stayed disciplined, man. Sometimes you can't be mad at the fact that you just maybe you missed a good trade, but hey, you didn't take a bad one. And guys, there's some, again, if that's happening to you every single day, then maybe we got to take a look at, the strategy one might be using. But if on any individual given day, we just see a bigger move and you just missed it, I don't think that's the end of the world, baby. Do have a little bit of FOMO though, for sure. Guys, I think anytime the Nasdaq moves 200 points within the first 15 minutes, naturally there's going to be a little bit of FOMO. Now the question that you have to ask yourself is, we've filled the gap. Are you comfortable taking risk on a long off of the gap fill, or are you going to continue to put your money on the shorts for downside continuation? I don't think I have a strong enough answer to that yet, which I believe is just leads me to hang on the sideline for now. I have FOMO right now. Amin says, hey, do your best. Pull a little bit of one of these, guys. I swear to God, this actually works. It actually works. You know what else works? I'm being dead serious. This is going to sound corny. It's not. I kind of move to the side so I don't hit my head. Give me 20 of them bitches, and I promise your FOMO is going to be reduced. I'm being dead serious. That's not a joke. Give me 20 of them bitches, 20 jumping jacks real quick. 20 jumping jacks and go for a 2-minute walk, and your FOMO is going to come back. Or excuse me, you're going to go away a little bit. Were those not jumping jacks? Come on, man. Boom. Boom. That's a jumping jack, bro. I'm sorry that I got crazy cake, dog. It's not my fault that I eat tacos, bro. It's not my fault that I got crazy dumper. All right? It's not my fault that all the chicks love my dump truck. All right? That's not my fault, guys. I hit legs a lot. What can I say? I go to the gym. No, but I am dead serious, guys. Jumping jacks are a fucking life hack. I love jumping jacks. Oh, we got NQ off a level here, guys. What's the word? Do we think it holds that level? I don't know, man. Part of me is like, throw something on because it's such a tight stop. But I don't really feel like longing in such a big downtrend on a Monday morning. I'll sit patiently and wait. Well, let me see. Let me see. All right, guys. I'm curious. If, this is a big if we trade the chat account, if Are we going long or short? It's a big if, guys. It's a big if. What'd you think? Colorado consignments. Never. You never set aside technical analysis and say, our president is shit, the stock's got to go down. Literally never, bro. I'm not trying to disagree with you about political stuff. I'm just trying to use historical data to maybe make you... that argument has been valid since down here. You know what I mean? So if you were to have taken away technical analysis and just trusted that argument, you know, you'd owe money to the banks right now because you would have been liquidated so hard. So I get what you're saying, but I would urge you to not think like that. Because that's the type of thought processes that usually lead to like a blow up of some sorts. The unfortunate reality is that no matter what's going on in the world, the markets usually go up. What makes it easier for me to understand that is just the laws of like money, right? And what I mean by that is, guys, as long as rich people have money, they're going to want to make more money. And the only way that they do that is by putting their money somewhere. And so until they can make more money by not putting it in Microsoft or Tesla or whatever, right now, if you're somebody who's rich with a lot of money, it kind of doesn't matter what's going on in the world. All that matters is that if you put your money in the SPY, statistically speaking, over the course of 10 years, it's probably going to be worth more than, like, you know what I mean? Like, try to think of it as someone, which is fucked. I know the world is a fucked up place. It's not fair. I agree with all of the above. But the also unfortunate reality is that as long as rich people have money, they're going to want to turn that money into more money. They do that by growing it in the stock market. It's a fugazi, it's a fugazi, but it is how it works, truthfully. Got the gold here trying to hold this level. NQ is still weak though, guys. No bouncing in the NQ yet. I have not taken nothing today, my friends. Nothing. You've been watching me just sit here and do a whole lot of nothing. Obviously, I see the vision on some of these downside trades. I just, I didn't end up taking anything, man. I definitely wish I did, though. I mean, the couple of entries that were really nice was this one right here. That was the best one for sure. Just really early in the morning for me, so I decided against it. I think at some point this level is going to hold, but we got to see. Should be another level, wherever it says there is one. Maybe I got to add more. I mean, I'm tempted to try it, guys. Just at some point, we got to reverse. But then again, we've been in such a downtrend all day. Do I really want my first try of the day to be fighting that downtrend? Or do I just sit patiently, you know? Tell you what, it looks pretty fucking tempting. But I don't think I want my first trade of the week on a Monday to be, even though I think the level can hold, it can. The key word there is can. Doesn't mean that I necessarily think it will. So I'm going to continue to stay patient, guys. I'm also just like, where the fuck are single stock futures? I don't know if they're just not out. That's why I'm here today. So I want to see single stock futures, man. If this does crack, it's going to be a powerful crack. I unfortunately, guys, despite me thinking that this is going to go lower and be a nice short, I unfortunately cannot trade it because we're so down already on the day that if I were to take my first trade of the week, like a short like this, and then it failed, I would just be jumping literally off a bridge. So I'm just going to sit on the sidelines for now and just wait. I see the vision for all my bears out there that are looking at the sell, rejecting the level. I see the vision, guys. I would just like I would literally have to throw myself off a bridge if I got stopped on a short here and then we reverse to the upside. I would have to jump off bridge. Because that would mean that I skipped this. I skipped this. I skipped that just to take the one that we reversed on. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it, truthfully. And if that makes me a bad trader, then it makes me a bad trader. I know it doesn't make me a bad trader. Longed the open and got wrecked. I'm sorry to hear that, bro. Yeah, today, if you longed the open, today was a tough one, man. I see what you were looking for just in the vision as a whole, but it was, we basically never really got over the opening print besides that one. Yeah, it's just tough, guys. This is the type of behavior that leads me to believe the NQ is going lower. Ah, just a bummer, man. Just a bummer, guys. Wish I was in this movement somehow, but you can't always get what you want. Ba-boom, 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 ba-boom. Man, all this hype for single stock futures to come out, and then they're not even here. NQ straight down. If you're asking me if I think you're crazy for not using the levels system I do, yes, objectively, you are super crazy for that. That's very crazy. That's a big mistake. Absolute death, man. I'm super stoked for any of you guys that have caught the short. Guys, I'm bored. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do anything here. You didn't get many pullbacks to enter off of on today. Guys, I think we might have to just chalk it up to a missed trade and just leave. I mean, I was going to wait for single stock futures to come out, but now I have FOMO. And so I don't know when is the single stock futures going to fucking be here? Okay, I'm switching off this music because I'm so bored. I'm so bored. I'm getting a joint.
A glass of wine in her hand. I knew she was gonna meet her connection.
You can't always get what you want. Bow, 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 bow.
And I said that you can't always get what you want.
Guys, shout out to anyone who caught this short and held this shit the whole way down. Great work, man. Let today serve as a good reminder that charts can make the moves. We just gotta trust them and let it happen.
Well, you might just find that you're what you need. Yeah. So, I went to the Chelsea drugstore to get your prescription filled. I was standing in line with your friend Jimmy. A man, didn't look pretty ill. We decided that we would have a soda. My favorite flavor is cherry red. I sung my song to my friend Mr. Jimmy. And he said one word to me, and that was dead.
Bow. Oh, here we go. I caught only half. Hey, that's not bad. That's not bad, Ben. We'll take it. We'll take it. Praga, I appreciate you, my brother. FOMC Wednesday. I remember Alex mentioning that a few times today as well. Yeah, guys, hopefully we get some nice movement. Although, I mean, guys, I'm not going to lie. This is nice movement. This is a really great short. Obviously. I'm like, I don't, today is not the action was so like, blah, blah, blah. Dude, no, this is great action. I just am not the best at, this is never going to be my type of entry on a short just because I'm already not the best on it. But this down, 400 points or 300 points or whatever it is, this is the one that I'm going to skip time and time again. Now, the ones where this one I don't think I would, this one is an A+ entry. I just don't think I see myself taking it because I'm not great at shorts within the first 6 minutes of the day, which is when that one triggered. So I see this one. I don't have much FOMO from missing it. This is the one where I have FOMO from missing it. The rejection of this overnight open and sell. I should have taken this one. And that's the short I missed today, personally. I don't have much FOMO about missing this one because it's just aggressive. How's Apple doing? Is it still holding? Wow, man. Apple, guys, this relative strength is such a gorgeous thing. Single stock futures. Hurry up already. I want to trade the apples of the world. Oh, guys, banger song. We're going to end today's stream off with this one, I believe. Because I mean, sure, we might get a bounce soon, guys, but this is pretty ugly. Like, if you took a long and lost here, I think you'd be kicking. If I took a long or a short and lost here, I'd be pissed at myself. I think I'd just be pissed at myself no matter what. You know what I mean? This is very aggressive, guys. This is very aggressive. I think what happened ultimately on the ES was just we were in a range, so we went from upper end of the range to lower end of the range really fast. But it's aggressive selling, man. I mean, there's no way around it. Into pretend. Wow. Steady selling, man. Sheesh. That can be madness, my friends. My GC opinion, guys, is that it's somehow stronger than the rest of the market. I don't know whether it's going to play catch up or is just moving a bit slower. It's less weak than the rest of the market is all I would say, which I think is fascinating. But I think it, guys, today is pretty simple. I think today you either, I'm hoping that these are the outcomes of the day, right? You either are a happy camper because you shorted this and caught the move down. You're a little bit annoyed because you missed the short, like myself, right? Or hopefully, if you did try any longs, you kept your risk managed, right? But I'll be honest, there's not that many opportunities to try. The one that I was considering was basically here, when if we were to go long over the opening print right there. But that one, I mean, that didn't even last a couple minutes into the day. I never took this. But yeah, I mean, I don't think there was, from my knowledge, people shouldn't have been like burned on long entries today. I don't think. Yeah. First of all, congratulations on the 36%. I would recommend logging off. And I would recommend withdrawing your money. Guys, futures on a personal account, you can blow the entire thing like that. It's just so leveraged. I would not hesitate to take it out and withdraw it. Congratulations, though. That's amazing, man. That's amazing. Jake, do you have risk on your finger? Like, am I about to take a trade? Oh, like, oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I do. In fact, I kind of want this to be my profile picture. I think that's funny. What specific accounts are the Lucid daily payouts? They're a new account style called the daily payout accounts. They might not be available for everybody yet, guys. I don't know what it is. They didn't even really tell us that they were doing this, and I'm usually pretty in the know. But here's what I'll say. You customize it, right? So you click, you want drawdown and eval. You can have it be end of day or intraday, and you choose the daily loss limit on or off, and that will affect your pricing. So it's pretty cool. I'm pretty excited about that. I just want single stock to be released already, and then I feel like I can, you know, I don't know, I'm not antsy, I guess. All right, guys. Anyways, I'm gonna head out for now. I love you very much, but I've got a little bit of FOMO from this move down, and I'd rather come back tomorrow, and hopefully single stock is like fully ready by then. So I love you guys very much. I hope you have an amazing rest of the day. And that's really all I got for you right now, baby. That's all I got for you. I love you guys. We're at 203 likes. We needed to be at 500 for a giveaway. We're way far away. Way far away. So I love you guys. But as soon as you join the stream, we got to hit the like button. 205. I mean, guys, we're just so far off from the reasonable spot. I love you. Spamming it right now, we wouldn't get there, guys. Like 215. We said 500 earlier today. You know, I love you guys. That's not an unreasonable number. It's free. All you got to do is hit the like. All right, guys. I love you so much. I will see you tomorrow, and have a great rest of the day. All right. Cheers to the gang.